celebrating Avida's 18th birthday and also Celigen's 16th birthday. So today is everybody's birthday. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your biggest round of applause to welcome our VVIP into the hall.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Avita's business opportunity presentation. My name is Chongping. And you know how sometimes in life you feel that you have no choice? Sometimes with too many choices, it's also very difficult. I used to lament that my parents perhaps had some problems trying to send me to the university. So I had no choice but to sign on and become an army officer so that I can get a scholarship from the government and go and study, right? Well, actually, if you think about it, I did have a choice. I could choose not to actually go to university. So sometimes the choices that you made right now may not yield immediate results until much later. And then And while I lamented my parents couldn't do this for me, or they never, I was the only son in the family, and I berated them for not treating me like that precious gemstone as in a lot of Asian countries. But now I'm very thankful that they treated me the way they treated me, because now I am free to live a life of my choice. So imagine if you have been a pampered background, then they'll expect me to be a doctor, a lawyer, or something, right? I mean, we all have the same parents, right? Don't we? And so sometimes when you make a choice, it is whether the choice is forced upon you. I have no choice, and no, to me, it didn't work out that way. I don't say things happen for a reason. I always say I'm living the consequences of the choices I made earlier in life. So the speaker tonight is a good friend of mine, my fellow Diamond President in Avita. She's a leader, because not only in Avita, leading her team of distributors, and she was also a president in the Rotary Club, doing a lot of good things for the underprivileged in Singapore and around the world. I know she goes around the world doing a lot of good things. And she is a lady who advocates that choices you make in life is what make up the life yourself. And started off as a corporate person like all of us in Singapore. We have friends from Philippines, Thai, Hong Kong, and all that. I think in Asia we all live the same way. Yes. So she started life in a prestigious firm called IBM. Okay, but at some point she decided that no, that's not the life I want. So she made a choice, and now, one thing led to another. Choice of boyfriend and husband, and choice to become a mother, and now she's living her life. And well, she's my co-conspirator in doing a lot of things in Avita, including going for holidays to South Africa and all that. But we get things done, and that's how we do it in Avita. It's a lifestyle, and if you don't know how to make your choices, then your style of life will be determined by what rat you are running, because then you'll be running a rat race. So that's what she refused to do. And tonight, to share with us, it's my life, it's my choice. None other than my good friend and Diamond President of Avita, Mary Kwok. Mary, all yours.
Thank you, Chong Peng, our Diamond President, Chong Peng. Yes, I'm Mary. I'm your speaker today. I'm the Diamond President of Avita. Welcome to my business opportunity tonight. Thank you for spending your next hour with me. Tonight my title, right, is My Life, My Choice. So maybe before we start, let me ask you, tonight, you come to my talk as a choice, or somebody forced you to? If you come with the choice that you make tonight, type 1. Type in the chat group, yeah? My choice, okay? I will say his choice, yes? So you make your choice, yeah? How about, okay. Angelina Recto, yes, my choice. Lana too, yes? Yeah. So most of you make your own choice to come here tonight, right? So, okay. So why are you here then? What do you want to hear from me tonight? Maybe share one thing that you would like to hear from me. Can be my experience, anything that you think that you want to get out, from my talk. Let's see what's that. Okay. Thank you for yourself. Numbers. Okay, that's cute. How I make my choice. Now I see Ring says, Ring is my sister, yeah? How I make my choice. Yeah. Do you have this moment? Can I ask you then? How many of you have this moment where you feel that no choice? Like, for example, in Hokkien, right? I'm born in Singapore, so we are multi-language. So in Hokkien, it's always say bo pian. So it's like no choice. I have no choice. I have no choice to do my exercise. So I do it at night. I have no time. I have no choice but to stay in the job that I don't like, because the money is good. Just have to work for the money, right? I have no choice but to retire, even though I can still work. But my boss says that it's time for me to. Yeah. So then says how I transited from apprenticeship. Yes, this is what I'm going to actually share tonight. Yeah, how do I actually get out from a choice, choose? Yeah, sometimes we do have that moment, right? That we have no choice. But everything that we do, actually we do have a choice. It's what we choose in the end. Yeah. So my life, my choice. My choice. What do I do? What did I choose? Yeah. For me, I was very lucky actually. I have the choice to choose when I started working. Yeah. When I started my life. So just now, this is something mentioned, right? I was in IBM, very fortunate to actually choose a good company to work with when I started off my career. So this was me in the early 1990s, mid 1990s. Yeah, good company, and I make lots of good friends as well. And I got a chance to travel to the US as well to meet amazing people. So this is one of the
EP Mary, are
that
you
I
sharing your slides?
oh sorry, I'm not sharing my slide now. Sorry. Let me share my slide now. Sorry. Let me share my slide, yeah? Okay. Now you see my slide? If you can see my slide, can you type, give me a thumbs up? Yes. Okay. So what are the choices that I make? Just I mentioned, right? I was very lucky that I had the choice to choose a good company. Just now, Trumping mentioned, right, that I was in IBM. So a very good company, and I get to travel to US as well and meet a lot of with Diego. We met up with the Apollo 13, the actual Apollo 13 captain. Yeah, and he gave a speech, a very inspiring speech. And I also make very many good colleagues that I still keep in touch with over the years. And actually, some of them became my business partner, and some of you also became. Yeah. And I had the chance to do different roles in such a big corporation. So I started off in the back end, doing supply demand, and then I moved on to marketing, to brand management, and to channel sales. So I was very lucky. I get to choose what I want to do then. And of course, in all corporates, right, sometimes it always happens. Okay, Hassan, to another company, which is Juniper Network. So I left IBM and I choose to join another NMC. So, which I spent another 5 years. And I also make very good friends, and I have some of them I still keep in touch with as well. But somehow, in the corporate life, right, maybe people call it the midlife crisis. Or in my early 40s, I was at a crossroads. Um, I was doing well, but somehow I'm not very happy with myself in my job. So I wanted to do something else, but I'm not sure what. I just wanted to quit my job. Yeah, I don't know what to do. And that very same year, actually, just something happened. My mom, this is my mom with my three sisters, two sisters actually at the time. I have three sisters actually. I have a younger sister. So guess which one is me? The baby? Yeah, that is me. My mom is holding the baby. That's me. Later on, actually, my mom gave birth to another younger sister of mine. And sitting down is my elder sister and my second sister. Yeah, Lee and Celine. Some of you might have known Celine, which is also my introducer to Avita. Yeah, what made me realize is that when my mom fell ill, and that very same year, my mom fell ill. She was admitted to the hospital. Before she was admitted, she is able to walk. She's not in the best of health, but at least she can walk. She do have some chronic illnesses like high blood pressure. Yeah. But she's able to walk. But the moment that actually after staying in the hospital for 1 month, she's no longer able to walk. And it really dawned on me. So what do I see? So I realized that actually health is very, very important. Without good health, everything is nothing. Yeah, do you agree? Do you agree that health is very important? If you agree, can you please type one? How many of you agree? Yeah. All right. Let's see how many replies. Yeah. Yes. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Many. Okay. 15, 29. That 111. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Even Lana. Wow. So many ones. Yeah. Yes. Health is the most important. So, and I tell myself, I do not want this to happen to me when I grow old. I want to stay healthy and I want to stay mobile. I want to be able to do the things that I want when I grow old. And the other thing that I really see, what did I see? What else did I see? Is the world is getting older. That means there's aging population. And nowadays, every now and then, I will see news, whether in social media or is it in the normal media, whereby people talk about aging population, and we are not giving birth enough to sustain the population. Like Singapore, this is a statistic that was done up by our Times, Singapore newspaper. They talk about aging population in Singapore by 2030, which is not too far away from now, which is like 5 years only. It says every four Singaporeans, there will be one that is above the age of 65. Yeah, I believe this statistic actually does not reflect only just Singapore, but it reflects in many countries, especially developing countries as well, like in Japan, even fast aging, Korea, yeah, China, yeah, even Philippines, yeah. These are all aging population. So what can we do about it? And 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 there's nothing much that we can do. This is just the world that is going in, right? And the other thing that I really see, not just about aging population, but it's about premature aging. Premature aging. What do you mean by premature aging? It means the person actually aged faster than they are supposed to. Maybe about 20 when I was young, I only hear people having cancer only in the late, maybe 70s, 80s, or even 60s, maybe at least, really in the old age. Or even chronic illnesses like diabetic, high blood pressure, it only happens in the old folks. But now I hear cancer as young as even newborn. And my friend recently, one of my customer, she gotten breast cancer and she was undergoing treatment. She was sharing with me when during her treatment, she saw one of the youngest patients that was also doing the same chemo treatment as her at the age of 19. A young girl. Wow. Oh, these are all premature aging signs to tell us that a lot of people, younger people, are getting all these diseases. But with the aging population and the premature aging issues, right? But that lies also a big industry, the wellness industry, right? People want to stay young and stay healthy. So this is an industry that is always booming and it's always growing. So if looking at the chart, right, you can see from this chart that was done by the Global Wellness Institute, that the market projection, the market size, and also the growth projection for the wellness industry is always on the upward trend. It will be going up and up. Yeah, it's a trend that is going up. So there's a saying, right, where you have the solution to a problem presents an opportunity, right? And Avita has the solution to this aging population and premature aging. I want to thank my sister. This is my sister, also our Dino President, Kwok, who introduced me to Avita, a network marketing business focused on wellness with the best-in-class products from the East-West fusion. She's a chartered accountant, one of the most studious siblings that I have in my family. Yeah, she's a chartered accountant, right? She has done her due diligence. So to her, this wasn't a gamble when she started Avita as a business. So it's a calculated opinion and a very viable business opportunity with a very, very low barrier to entry. So I trusted her. I trusted her and made my choice to join her and invested in a business startup position as a direct GA when she shared with me the business in Avita. So what actually follow up what? Because it's not just about the business itself, but it's also the product. The products that Avita has wasn't just another usual supplements or just any powder or whatever, but it was a clincher for her. And it became the clincher for me. It was the first, collagen is actually the first in the world innovation, a marine oral cell therapy from Switzerland. So this is a unique product with compelling scientific studies. And this is the star product of Avita that was launched 16 years ago. So it has been around for 16 years for collagen, yeah? The company, Avita, has been around for 18 years. Together with the star product, Avita has products of East-West fusion, yeah? These are all products that are unique and consumable with a huge expanding market. And because everyone is looking and wanted to get hold of all these wellness products right now, because with all these aging and premature aging issues, right? I see how actually collagen works for quite a few people. Let me name a few. Yeah, this is one lady who is also our platinum director, Kwok. I was amazed by the picture because when I joined, that was like maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, this is how she looked like 2009. And 2009 is the year that collagen was launched. Look at her 10 years later. Did she actually change? Find that maybe she still looks pretty much the same. And the most latest, 2025, this year, I find that, wow, after 16 years, she looks most frozen in age. Nothing changed to me. Do you see that too? If you do, can you type yes in the chat box? Yes. Yes. Alvin, yes. Yes. Veronica, yes. I think yes. Yeah. It looks, I mean, to me, it's like amazing, yeah. And she started off when she started Avita as a business and also taking Collagen, she was only in her late 20s. And now I show you another example. This is a lady that I always respected. She's a doctor. Yeah. And I would say that she reversed aging. This is Dr. Nelly. And I always call her the pretty doctor because she's getting younger and prettier. So was her 10 years ago, 2015. And something amazing happened to her because her brother, which is our MC tonight, our Diamond President, Chomping, recommended Collagen to her. And she actually grew younger. Yeah. And this is her. Yeah. I find that she really reversed aging. So we have such good product, right? Then learning to do the business is another. The product is easy. You can just take. But then how to do the business? Thankfully, because I'm always an employee, right? I'm not in the network marketing before. I don't have much of business experience. Avita is actually a learn as you earn business model. So with the Avita education system, also known as the AES, anyone without experience can start this business and learn along the way. So the AES is available online as well as offline physical. Like tonight, we have our online Zoom session, yeah? And we can connect people from all over the world. This is wonderful, right? And we have also online training portals. And thanks to technology, yeah, really, because I was in the IT industry before, right? So the IT technology 20 years ago and now, it has advanced so much. So we can actually do video conferencing so easily. 20 years ago, video conferencing cost a lot and a lot of setup costs as well. But now with a laptop and with just internet connection, you can just do video conferencing on the go. Yeah, even with your phone. So we have an online learning portal, self-learning portal where you can learn at your own pace. Or you can actually do a team training or collective learning online with your partners from different parts of the world. And earlier I mentioned about the business startup experience in Avita, right? So this is the choice that I made, which my sister presented to me when I embarked on the business. So my sister, who has done her due diligence, shared with me, this is the best position to start the business in Avita, which is the Gold Associate position. So why? Because this is the closest to Platinum Director, which is the unnamed shareholder of Avita. But then after learning, what do you want to do, right? You want to, how can you earn? And now the choice is to create. What do you want to create? The choice to create what? So what do you want to create? I like the quote from Jack Ma. Yeah, he says, we think about how we can create value for the society, for the people, for the customers, and the result is we are making money. And because we did not think about making money, yet we make a lot of money. So the key is creating value in people's lives. Yeah. So I want to share with you a story. This is Christina Tan, this lady. I met her through referral. I got to know her. She attended one of our Meridian workshops. It's a small world indeed. Yeah. What happens in the workshop? Primary school classmate, who is also our Diamond President, Chong Peng, and also our MC tonight, yeah? And they are classmates from primary school, that means they are 7 years old. They have not met each other for many years. So Chong Peng do not know, Christina do not know Chong Peng, that he is in Avita. So when she came to the workshop, she realized, his name sounds very familiar, Chong Peng. But Chong Peng doesn't know Christina because I introduced Christina, right? But in the school days, when you're in primary school, you use your original name. Her dialect name is Tan Yuk Fong. So Christina asked Chong Peng, are you from Tanglin Primary School? Then I said, yeah, because Chong Peng's name is very unique, right? Then Christina tell him, say that, you remember Tan Yuk Fong? Yes, this is me. And they said, wow. So Christina was very amazed. She said, wow. Because Christina is the class monitor at that time, yeah. She's surprised that her classmate are a professional networker and a Diamond President in Avita. And what makes Christina is even impressed with Avita is this is her attending our awards night in Sentosa. Christina is a very enterprising lady. She is actually in the luxury retail business, dealing with high-end watches, Switzerland, and also fashion. Christina made a choice about 20 over years ago to start her business in South Africa. And when she chose to start the business in South Africa 20 over years ago, right? Everyone thinks that she's crazy. You know, how can you go to such a dangerous country, and where would there be opportunity for luxury items, right? But today, her business has boomed, and she's enjoying the fruit of her labor. And when she got to know Salagen and what Salagen can do, being an enterprising lady, right? Immediately, she can see that how she could bring such a wonderful product over and help many people in South Africa who also needs this wonderful product in their health. So she also invested in the business of the as a director. And long story short, right? She rose at the very same year, she rose to the rank of Platinum Director and unnamed shareholder of Avita, and she received her award on stage at the same year. Her network has since expanded, and many of her clients in South Africa also became intelligent users. Yeah, and this was last year, and while we were holidaying, a group of us, myself, Ling, my sister, Chong Peng as well, our Diamond President Chong Peng, together with our Diamond President Wendy, my downline Christopher, and a group of us, and Christopher's wife, we were there holidaying. So we had a chance to do an exclusive Cellogen event where Christina invited her friends and clients to attend. So Christina made her choice, create value by helping her clients to stay healthy. And one of her clients, Uneza, this lady in between me and Christina, this is Uneza. She's a beauty salon owner. And now she's also a business partner of Christina in South Africa. Uneza shared with us how she and her hubby, both are all sports endurers. They go to gym very much. And she's young, she's pretty, only in her 40s, yeah. And they both of them benefited greatly from Celagen, giving them the vitality to do what they want and the clarity of mind, fast and think sharp. So she sees the opportunity to help her friends and customers to do the same, creating value in their lives. So now I want to invite Lana, our newly minted platinum director, unnamed shareholder from the Philippines, to share with us the choices she has made. This is her. Let's spotlight her. I want to give you some information about Lana. When I first met her, it was through Zoom because that was about 3 years plus ago. And that was when it was just post-COVID. So it was online that I met her. I look at her as very shy and quiet person, but always smiling. And I understand that she actually helps her aunt to run the finance business. She's someone that she thinks that, this business it's not easy to do. Maybe she cannot really excel in it. And but along the way, something happened, and she decided to choose Avita and embark on the wellness. Lana, now come share with us. Can I interview you now? Can you share with us what started you into Avita when you know about Avita?
Uh, Thank you, DP Mary, for this invite. Actually, it was, yes, you're right. It was during pandemic. Our family was looking for a solution to help a loved one. Okay, and that's where we discovered Celergen. And a doctor relative said when she learned that this is cell therapy and it's from Switzerland, she really gave a green light. Let's take this. Okay, and there was no looking back. All right. And but it's not just about the product Allergen. It's really more of the Avita culture that really amazed me because people here, I realized, I think I'm echoing. I realized I've seen how people get to cheer each other. Everyone gets to share knowledge, share the business system, support one another, even with there's no segregation. So that spirit of deeply married, the spirit of generosity and growth is something that I am so proud to tell all my friends when I was starting. Even now, I still keep on raving about it. So I'm really very happy but to be part of the Avita family.
Yeah, thank you. Because I really congratulate you because I see your growth over the years, right? Because I remember that it's because in Philippines it's not easy, right? To start off because Celagen, the product is not a low end product, it's a quite a high end product.
Yes. Yes.
And but what makes you actually you can maintain as just a user or just a retailer? What makes you make the choice to shift your mindset and actually go for a platinum director challenge?
Yes. As what you said, it's not, it's a high valued product. Okay. That's why I really, when at the onset, I wanted to go for look into the business side. Okay. So I focused there on the business, though it was a very slow growth when I was starting. Um, when I was asked when I would like to be a PD or a platinum director, I would be very shy and afraid to actually put a date because I would be afraid I will not be able to make it because for me that's kind of impossible. So anyway, when I made a declaration, I wrote in a paper and I shared it with Dipitengi, Dr. Angie. I will be a platinum director by November 2024. Of course, it didn't happen. It just happened this year. But something shifted. There's that small choice that I did, something shifted in my heart. Okay. And so since that faithful declaration, for me, it was kind of bold. I noticed there's personal growth on my end. And this year came to be the biggest shift. Okay. My why became clearer and stronger.
Mm,
Um, Yes, I wanted, you see, I wanted to be a PD, not just for myself, because I also wanted my teammates, I think Lila is here, I wanted them to also see that this is possible for them. This is possible for each one of us. Everyone is has that kind of possibility. So from that moment, things started to align. Okay, so when challenges would come, I would stay
Hmm?
focused, right? Though there
Hmm.
were moments that I would still waver, I would falter. It was Dr. Angie and my Tita Jane who would listen, help me out, and put me back on track. So
Wow.
now that whenever I would face challenges or closed door, I just move on to the next. Okay, there's going to be another open door. Uh,
Ah,
so
wow.
even on the last day, despite the challenges, everything came together. It was really amazing because even at the very end, things were happening, things were aligning. And so this new learnings has built confidence in me so that I can share this path also to my teammates. There's
Oh,
actually one newly joined, if I may just add, DP Mary, there's one newly
yes,
joined associate because we release the commission every 10th of the month, right? So
yes.
I asked her if she saw her commission statement, the email, and they were all super surprised. She, her husband, her children, uh, were also surprised, and they were all telling themselves, "This is possible," and that brought thrill in my heart and also affirmed why I wanted to be a PD, because you're able to make things possible for people,
For
not just
people.
for myself but also for them. So now they see that it's not just going to help them, but they will also help a lot of people healthier and wealthier as well. So my biggest takeaway, if I would just when my why is very clear, when I make that firm decision, that choice to decide and
Right.
to choose to work closely with my mentors, with my team, the
Mhm.
impossible becomes possible. I think that's what is on your background. Anything is possible. And now I
Wow.
choose to see possibilities and create possibilities also for others, DP Mary. So thank you so much.
Wow. Wonderful. Actually, really, you absolutely say it right. Anything is possible. I have this my background, one of my background for Zoom is anything is possible. So as long as you make the choice to think what you want, it can happen, right?
Yes. And
And
if
now,
yes, DP Mary,
think
just
you.
short, I just would like to say thank you to all the leaders here because you're like giants that you allowed us to be on top of your shoulders. So thank you. So I'd like to pay it forward.
Yes, pay forward by growing your team,
Yes.
helping others, helping your downline to create value.
Yes.
And they will also pay forward to create value in others as well, right? I can see your team growing, yeah. So your this business partner of you, I would think that she will be the one going for her challenge very soon, and your team will grow big and fast and furious. No more slow and yes, it's still no more slow, but it's still steady, but it's fast and furious, right? So it's your mindset shift. I really can see the transformation of yours, yeah, and the limitation that is no longer a limitation because once you actually get rid of the obstacle, everything is possible, right? If you hit with an obstacle, but you will think of another solution, right? Another to get around with it. Thank you. Thank you, Lana, for continue to actually create value in your team and help your team to actually grow and also create value in the society. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Lana. Thank you. So you see, Lana has made a choice to create value for her friends, for her and her friends. And that's why when she creates value, she can make the money. And her downline also can see that happens, can actually happen. Yeah, they can actually make lots of money. Now, I would like to invite you to go into a breakout room session where I want you to discuss what do you see in Avita that you could make it as a choice in your life. So our room facilitator will actually lead it. Is the room ready? Okay, is everyone back? Yes, everyone is back, yeah? Okay. So in my breakout room, we have a very interesting discussion. Maybe can I invite Catherine? Because actually I don't know what to share. Let me invite Catherine in our breakout room to share why what actually makes her see in Avida that she make it a choice. Yeah. Catherine?
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, so I'm Catherine here. So in fact, I came in 2016 as a consumer, but at that time as a consumer, uh, my idea is that I want to open a spa. So I was like searching around for places that I can open a spa, that this can be my second half journey. I even completed a holistic massage ITech UK course. I even went to Taiwan to learn some courses for facial, all that. So I'm equipped myself with all the certificates and certificates for getting staff. So looking around, so I happened to come into Avita, and then it's like, of course, still looking around. And
Cannot hear you.
Sorry.
Just now cannot.
Yeah, then
You lost.
yeah, then I like slowly, and this happened to Kate. This contact was given to me, was somebody from Avita in the Philippines. And so from there, I started to use the oil, everything. And then thankfully I didn't really go into it, because when I quit my corporate job in during just before the lockdown, and then I see my friend, I went to her spa shop because it was locked down. I went to her place for lunch, packed my lunch to go there and eat. And she was telling me, she says, I have to pay for the rental, and I don't have the money to pay. I have to sell other things. She also sells some supplements. Sell supplements to pay off the rental. So I say, thankfully, I didn't tell myself, I keep going in. So Avita is my choice, because to me, I have a place comfortably to sit there and work and like whatever I'm doing in my corporate job, and so I find
And you
it's
don't need to
comfort
pay
place for
rental.
me. Yeah. So it's comfortable for me
And you
and the
do not need to
family.
pay rental, right?
Yeah, I don't have to pay rental. Yes.
I think that is the choice that I made, because if at that moment you would have invested in that spa business, you will need to
Yes.
pay rental. And
Yes.
and during the lockdown, you cannot do any business. So you are still paying your landlord. And you still need to pay your staff if you have a staff, right? And all the overhead.
So I
Yeah.
made the right choice.
So you make the right choice to start with
Thank you.
Avita. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, sometimes in life we really make all kinds of choices. Yeah. So let me share my slide again. So I always say, so in Avita, we actually have the choice to create value and the choice to create a better life. In MLM, because Avita is network marketing, is multi-level marketing, right? People always say, oh, MLM is a scam. No, MLM stands for what? Make life meaningful. As well as at the same time, when you are making life meaningful, you are creating value, right? You also make lots. Yeah. So this is a choice that I make. And I really am very glad that actually I made this choice. So how about you? Is your life your choice? And choose wisely. Yeah. Thank you very much. I shall hand over back to our lovely MC for tonight, Chongping. Over to you.
Hello. How's everybody? So I hope you all had a good sharing in the breakout room. And it's about what you see that's been described to you today about Avita. And it could be various things that Avita could be a choice in your life, be it about your health or your wealth, and that's something that I always talk about, that our health is actually our business in more ways than one. So you could always make the choice. For those who kind of like, oh, okay, I don't really know what this is. Most of us never had a degree in network marketing. Neither did I. And thinking about it, I kind of like didn't know. And well, I did make a choice to please don't tell me about MLM, because it's a scam. And then 8 years later, I came back, and I'm now a diamond president in Avita and MLM, right? So what made the difference? And if you really want to know, then make a date with us again, because this on the September 20th, we are having the Entrepreneur Leap Seminar. Leap as in, well, you learn, you evaluate, act and progress. And like what I always tell people, if you know and you make and you said no, then you have made a choice. If you don't know and you said no, then you're basically missing out on opportunities. And how many times have you done that to yourself in your own life? So actually, I would like to invite another very inspirational partner of ours, of mine at least, and a good friend whom I always call partner. And this is one of the speaker and also usually the director for the Entrepreneur Leap Seminar. May I invite DP Gina?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Great sharing. Thank you, DP Mary, for wonderful sharing for tonight. And yes, like what she mentioned, we make choices, Chongpeng, in our lives. And September 20 is a very important day for many of us here in this room, because we're going to have not just a choice to make, but we're going to leap. We're going to take action to jumpstart into the Avita network marketing business. But before we jumpstart, we will give you the opportunity to do your due diligence, Chongpeng. And really, this whole day seminar is going to help our new friends to fully evaluate the industry, the opportunity, and the company as well, as they take the leap into entrepreneurship, like what I did, as well as my fellow speaker, DP Kwok Shuling. So I will be sharing about my journey and what are the evaluations I did to make that leap into the Avita network marketing business. So I look forward to having you all join us. Register now. You have the QR code there. Or ask the friend who had invited you on how you can join us on this wonderful Saturday, next Saturday on the 20th of September. I look forward to see you all there. Thank you.
Thank you, DP Gina. Okay, and I've come to closing, and I would like to thank DP Mary very much for her sharing. And this is a lady who doesn't mince her word. You make your choice, you make your life. Okay, so thank you very much, and thanks to all of you attending tonight. Shall we all turn on our cameras, our webcam, so that we can take a photo for everyone?
Okay.
So those, I see some people at the bottom who are just pieces of black. Yes, hi Jermaine. Now I see you. I shall count and take the photos, okay? If you got the stars moving around, what happens is some people's face will be represented with a star in the middle like that. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, no more stars, no more stars. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. All done. Thank you very much. Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Mary. Thanks,
Thank you,
Chongpeng.
Mary. Thank you, Chongpeng.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, DP Mary. Thank you, DP
Thank you,
Chongpeng.
DP Chongpeng.
Good night,
Thank you,
everyone.
DP Mary. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
DP Chongpeng.